This is the Steelcase Leap Office Chair in Onyx with the black frame, and I've been using it daily for long, screen-heavy work sessions. I bought it because my back and shoulders were telling me that good enough wasn't cutting it anymore. After living in it for months, tweaking every control, and working through a couple of surprises, I have a clear take on how it performs in real life. The look is quietly modern. It doesn't shout for attention, which I like for a clean workspace. The frame lines are slim, the back is simple and solid, and the Onyx fabric reads professional under different lighting. Up close, it feels sturdy and dense, not flashy. Most of the shell and controls are a high-grade plastic with a consistent finish, and the base feels planted. The arm pads are soft enough without feeling mushy. If you press and wiggle the arms, you'll notice a bit of play. That's by design, and I'll come back to it. The controls are labeled clearly, and they're all reachable while seated, which lowers the learning curve. From my experience, the Leap rewards patience on day one. I started by setting seat height so my feet were flat and my hips just a touch above my knees. Then I slid the seat depth until the front edge sat a couple of fingers behind my knees. That little slider matters a lot. A few millimeters changed how my weight sat on the cushion. I raised the lumbar bar to meet my lower back and used the firmness dial to add or reduce pressure. The backstop has 5 positions, so I set a limit for how far the back can tilt, and then I dialed the tension so the recline felt supportive, not loose. When I lean back, the seat glides forward slightly. That's the key to this chair's personality. It keeps me close to my keyboard and monitor even when I'm reclined. I don't end up reaching with my shoulders or craning my neck. It's a set-it-and-work recline, not a rocking chair feel. The back flexes with me as I move, staying in contact with my lumbar while letting my upper back move more freely. On long writing or coding days, that consistent contact has been the difference between ending the day achy or not. The seat is the hot topic. It's firm and relatively thin compared to cushy executive chairs. The front edge is flexible, so it doesn't bite into my thighs. In my opinion, that's great ergonomically, but it's not a plush sit. After multiple hours straight, I felt tailbone pressure until I dialed the seat depth and reclined just right. Small changes made a big difference. When I remembered to stand up, stretch, or shift positions throughout the day, comfort was excellent. When I tried to sit motionless for 8 to 10 hours, I noticed the firm support more. It encourages active sitting and punishes statue mode, which is fair, just something to know. Key features that stand out to me are the back support that moves with me, the 5-step backstop with a tension dial that actually holds my preferred angle, the seat glide that keeps me in my work zone, and the 4D arms. The arms adjust in height, width, depth, and pivot, so I can bring them under my forearms and take strain off my shoulders. They don't lock hard in every direction, which is why there's a light wobble. It hasn't affected support at all, it's just a tactile quirk. I adapted within a week. For rolling performance, the casters do fine on low-pile carpet and hard floors, and the chair feels stable when I shift around. I tested the optional headrest and removed it. For me, it pushed my head forward in a way that didn't line up with the rest of the chair's ergonomics. The chair is better without it. I also had a faint squeak show up after a while when reclining. A tiny amount of white lithium grease on the pivot solved it. The fabric has held up well so far, and the structure feels solid. Steelcase rates the Leap up to 400 pounds, and it feels like a tool built for heavy daily use rather than a decorative piece. It's customizable in size and upholstery if you order that way, but even the standard setup accommodates a wide range of body types. It's perfect for deep computer work where posture matters. Writing, coding, design, spreadsheets, and any task where you want your hands close and your eyes aligned while you change angles. If you want a chair that rocks smoothly while you think, this is not that. The recline is sticky by design, meant to hold you in a supported position without drifting. If you want a plush seat that you sink into, this isn't that either. The seat is supportive and encourages movement. On warmer days, the foam can run warmer than a mesh chair. I switch between upright typing and a light recline, and that keeps me comfortable across a long day. From my experience, the learning curve comes down to 3 moves. Set seat depth so your weight spreads across the whole cushion, set lumbar height, and dial the firmness until your lower back feels held. And pick a backstop position that keeps your eyes and hands where they need to be. Once I found those settings, my lower back pain dropped noticeably. I also set the arms just under my forearms so my shoulders could relax, which made a bigger difference than I expected. I'd recommend this for people who want adjustability, they will actually use, who work long hours at a desk, and who prefer stable, task-focused support rather than a lounge vibe. If you've tried chairs that felt good for an hour but left you sore by the afternoon, this is a strong upgrade. If you want a headrest for full-on lounging, I'd skip the add-on here and consider a different model or pair this with a separate lounge chair for breaks. In conclusion, the Steelcase Leap Office Chair is a precision tool for posture. It trades plushness for support and trades a rocking feel for a stable, work-first recline that keeps you in your zone. In my opinion, that's the right call for long sessions at a computer. The arms are immensely adjustable with a touch of wobble, the back support is dynamic and consistent, and the seat rewards small adjustments and regular movement. The build feels ready for years of use, and the ergonomics deliver when you take the time to dial them in. If that balance sounds like your needs, it's an easy chair to live in all day. If this video helped, please subscribe for more practical reviews, and leave your questions or your own experience with the Leap in the comments. Thank you for watching.